Hello there. It's a great story to tell, the weather in Europe at the moment, but it is a story of contrast. We've seen some record-breaking heat across parts of Croatia in the last few days, and some of that heat still continues across much of southern and eastern Europe. But by contrast, we've seen some very heavy rain again moving out of northern Spain, across the Pyrenees into France, and across the Alps as well. But it will still stay pretty warm with a southerly wind, and in fact across Greece we're looking at mid to high 20s, still 30 degrees close to Croatia. So again, extreme heat for them for this time of year. Some of that rain really quite heavy, and with any elevation there'll be a little bit of winteriness still across the Pyrenees in northern Spain. So some heavy rain across France that will eventually push into the UK, and then further east of that we've got the extremes into Scandinavia, whilst in Poland we've still got some heat as well. So Eastern Europe stays hot, but further west we'll see that unsettled weather moving its way through the UK and eventually into Scandinavia over the next few days. Let's take a look at the city forecast, see what to expect. Starts off pretty unsettled, but then an improving picture across London and Paris. More sunshine into Madrid. Some rain around though for Rome. Further east, it's all about the heat, as you can see, with Kiev, blue sky and sunshine. A similar story with temperatures high 20s into Greece. Hello there. The talking point for the weather in North America in recent days has been a rapid increase in temperature, which has brought a rapid snowmelt across parts of the Rockies, Colorado, Montana, and also up into Alberta, because of a southerly wind direction coming all the way from the Gulf of Mexico. And so we are seeing those temperatures continuing to climb. It's a similar story over the next few days. We've still got some rain across that east coast and also into the west coast, and that will bring outbreaks of rain. But sandwiched in between the two, a light southerly breeze, and that's certainly having an impact on the temperatures. And in fact, if we take a look at the temperature profile in a little more detail, you can see that the blue's sitting right up really into the far north of Canada. We've got these warm yellows and russet temperatures, explaining that temperatures are above the average for the time of year. So it's a pretty warm but a dry story for many, just that rain really affecting parts of British Columbia and also towards Vancouver and Seattle, as you can see. But that will ease away, and into Monday it's an improving weather story. Now across the east coast, still cold to the north of the Great Lakes, but not quite as bad across that east coast down into New York State, into Washington as well. The warm russet tones pushing down into the Carolinas and to Florida. All that translates into our city forecast for the next few days. Well, a little bit warmer than it has been with some sunshine into New York. That's certainly good news, but temperatures in Miami, high 20s. Hello there. Here's the forecast for South America over the next few days, and it looks as though we'll continue to see some pretty intense showers up into the northwest. You can see those being picked up on the satellite picture quite nicely. Elsewhere, there's a good deal of dry weather across central and southern areas of Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay, and also into northern Argentina. The heaviest of the rain that we've noted is really across Ecuador and Colombia, where there have been reports of localised flooding. Now, we could see some pretty intense showers again through the course of Saturday and also into Sunday. So certainly something to bear in mind. But as I say, much of central and southern areas of Brazil, largely fine and dry. Paraguay, Uruguay, fine. A little bit of fair weather cloud into northern Argentina, but it looks as though it'll be dry for Buenos Aires, 22 degrees. Some rain just brushing with southern fringes of Chile. So the story over the next few days, then Rio de Janeiro keeps that sunshine right throughout the week. Buenos Aires could see a little more in the way of rain to come. We've also seen some heavy rain across parts of Central America and Mexico. So some sharper showers here through Saturday across Mexico City, as is down into Costa Rica and Panama. Also some pretty intense showers across the Caribbean. Now these are quite fleeting. They will tend to go, and we'll see some sunshine starting to come through. So our city forecasts show those showers easing off, and it's a promising story. Hello there. A forecast for Australia and New Zealand coming up shortly, but let's start off with Asia. And if we take a look at the view from space, you can see most of the action is across Malaysia, Indonesia, and further north. In fact, we've seen some heavy rain across northern Thailand and Vietnam, all tied into that cloud cover there. That's going to continue, and there's a weather front that's bringing some rain across central and southern parts of China as well. To the north of that, some warmth into Beijing with 29 degrees and some dry, sunny weather on offer across much of Japan. But some of these showers really quite intense, And as you can see, as we pull down into Vietnam and Thailand, that rain still set to continue. We'll see a few sharper showers into Borneo as well, particularly through the middle of the afternoon. So the story for the next few days shows a case of sunny spells and scattered showers. Beijing seeing the temperatures easing just a little, but more sunshine returns later on in the week. Fine weather across much of Australia at the moment with high pressure in control. Nothing too untoward here, but it does look pretty miserable still across New Zealand. It's been quite unsettled for the start of their autumn season, and you can see quite cloudy and wet across the South Island up into the North Island as well. Now this story will improve as we go on through the week. The rain easing and some more sunshine coming through. Elsewhere in Australia it stays fine, settled and sunny as well. Hello there. It's a fairly stagnant weather pattern across South Asia at the moment. We've been talking about heat up into the northwest building. Some of that really quite extreme. That's going to be the story. And we've also still got some sharp showers both to the south and to the northeastern states of India, stretching into Bangladesh. So let's take a look at that in a little more detail. Some of the showers quite heavy across the Maldives, also into Sri Lanka. And then as we push further north and east, we'll see some very heavy rain, which could lead to some localised flooding into Bangladesh here. That's going to be the story for the next few days. But heat very much a feature inland, and further north we're looking at mid to high 40s in some places. Now further north of that, across to parts of Kazakhstan, we're seeing a little bit warmer than it has been, 22 degrees quite likely, and then stretching down into Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, fine and settled. Pakistan will see that heat as well that we've already mentioned. And then down across that Kerala coastline, a few isolated showers. Sharper showers to the Maldives, up into Sri Lanka, but the heaviest ones again up into northeastern states towards Bangladesh, in particular into Dhaka. So the story for the next few days, we keep the heat into Mumbai, but as you can see, Dhaka will stay pretty unsettled with some thundery downpours as well. Elsewhere, we could see the wind picking up, and Karachi could have some sandstorms over the next couple of days.